Hello. Let's get more volume here. Dun, 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 dun. Willow, Mac, welcome in. That's true. Willow was a game. She did the video game. Day, welcome in. Arachnophobia warning. This hyper-realistic spider that we're going to be turning into a full creature. Thank you for those posies. Alright, we can't just turn everything into a party. I mean, maybe I could make a reward that changes what the party is. There you go. I'm vaguely interested in what that entails. Alright. Like, how many slots and everything. I don't even remember how many slots... It changed. It changed a lot from when I started as affiliate. 'Cause I want to say it was 5 slots initial, and then you got more based on certain tiers of consecutive subs or something, or something like that. Okay, so first off, just mirror this, because we're not going to fall into that same issue as we always do. The rule is things face to the right in their default. Yeah, I saw the thing. The thing about the thing. About Twitch. Posey's got her squeaky toy. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Like, I like this dumb little face. So with the actors in our system, let's use the pig as a good example here. For a combat-ready actor, these are like the bare bones. You don't really need walk, but it's nice to have. Tired, sleep, jump, idle, hurt. Just 5, really. Walk is a occasional. Yeah, but you got a really good laugh out of looking up Pen Pals as a book. Yuck it up. It's like the spider will not really need a walking animation. I do need to figure out what kind of attack it's going to have. But most of these are going to be handled by different face and wiggly legs. Sleep is probably not even going to come up. That's the silly thing, is that it feels really silly that all these actors need to have a sleep animation when they are never going to be hit with that status effect. Like, you're never going to see that happen. But we gotta do it. Similarly, this is one of those, do I really want to do this kind of things? Miss. When you miss an attack. Which currently, the engine doesn't, there's no possible way to miss. But if I allow for dizzy status effect, invisible status effect, dodgy status effect, it would be possible to make miss a status effect driven possibility. It sucks. Because that means every attack has to support the possibility of a miss. Like right now, every attack is scripted out as enemy walks forward, enemy jumps into the air, and then at the moment that the actors cross, enemy bounces back, and a little sound plays, and then you cue the damage and all that. But if you say, well, now we're making it so that you can miss, every single attack has to be retooled to say, but if you miss, then this other thing happens. And that's a mess. That's a huge mess. Hurt, yeah, idle, sleep. Tired is used for poison effect, which again, never gonna see that happen, but sure. So we'll see, we'll see. I don't know if there's anything else to do with this guy besides just make him a little cute circle. Let me paste on the pig so we get the right scaling here. Into stickers? I mean, maybe? But that seems like a lot to do for a drawing that isn't even done. Actually, I really like this shape for the spider, maybe. Would it be really silly of me to just, like, use that? Like, what if? What if? So you'd want him to be, like, vaguely... What? Purplish? Dark purple, right? Fuzzy purple. Maybe we can adjust the... Do we have levels? Yeah, levels. Here we go. So we can get a little bit more contrast in here. Something like this for a base. And then, I don't know, maybe red eyes like the Minecraft spider? Well, now that looks more eerie. That feels like too much. Maybe if we lower the opacity of this a little bit. Okay, that's a maybe. That's a maybe. This, we can just do away with all of these, and these. And then we need legs on this guy. He's got to have little wiggly legs. And then the legs over here. Gonna be in the back. Go, little spider. Little tiny babby spider. This, yeah, that's probably not necessary. If anything, this could get like a little bit of... God, maybe like... let's try some things here. Something like a little bit of that. Does he need eyebrows? What would eyebrows look like on this guy? Like, obviously, we don't want to give him angry eyebrows because he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. But I don't want to make him too sympathetic. So I think he's just going to get this blank stare. And maybe he blinks. Maybe he blinks. Does he need eyebrows? I don't think he needs eyebrows. Duplicate this layer. Oh, Control J. I guess we do need to give him a owie face. Oh, that's pathetic. That's pathetic. It's a spider, Theron. It's a spider. Isn't it obvious? Okay, so we also need a sleepy. This can be his tired face. Duplicate that. And then one-up that for fully asleep. There we go. Yeah, that's eyes. That's more eyes. Yeah, I can make him blink. His mouth probably should be a separate layer, huh? Just looking at that now. Yeah, let's save a copy of this. Actors, spider. Yeah, we'll get him a little that, and we'll make his little legs wiggle around. Maybe we'll give him a little bit of squash and stretch to make him a little bit more animated, like when he takes damage and stuff. As for his mouth, what does his mouth do? So his default is going to be something like that. Sad face versus I don't know what else we can do with this guy. I think that pretty much covers all our bases. top hat. A hat? A hat, though. What about one of those, hang on. What about a flat cap? What about a flat cap? Bowler hat doesn't fit this guy's personality at all. What are you trying to say about this little guy? That he's a bowler hat wearing sort of guy. I want him to be a little Cockney orphan. Hello, Governor. Can you spare some soup? I've been working all day in the soup factory, and they don't give any of the soup to us orphans on account of us being too British. Alright, let's do shuffle. Shuffle. Alright, let's start shuffling. Alright, let's see if this is going to be any good at all. Hello, hello. It's certainly something. I don't know if I'd say it's good, but it's something. It gives him a tiny bit more character, whether he wants it or not. What if we rotate that on him a little bit? That's a little bit better. Give him a bit more forehead. All right, you know what? It's growing on me. Okay. There's that. Take these legs. Okay. All the eyes and the mouths. Uh-huh. Hello, Winter Beast. Okay, that seems fine. And now we need a web. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. Group these so I don't have to look at them anymore. Give me a repeating texture here. Let's start with black just so we can see it better. What's the size of this thing? The web, I want it to be fairly visible. So we're gonna go with like this. Not perfectly straight, but by making it a repeating texture, we can use region rect outside of bounds so that it can just loop as far off screen as we need it to, which is pretty nice. I guess we'll just go with white, right? New layer. Yeah, the plan is, if we can pull it off, we want to have this entire enemy drawn, rigged, animated, stats, moves, anything we need to do on an enemy, we want it done. All right, that I think works. I'm gonna add a little bit of something to this. I'm gonna add a little bit of like weaving. Am I gonna do this? Is that a reasonable texture for this? Almost looks more scaled this way. If I do like this, that might be better. Double lines. That's better. Imp. Imp. We're doing it. We're making a spider. He's gonna be adorable. Oh, it's going great. I got a lot done last night on the game. I was very tempted to just turn off Godot and switch over to Factorio. It's like, nope, 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 nope. I can do this. We're getting close. We're getting close. Boy, it feels like only yesterday that I finished chapter 1. And there was that cathartic feeling of just being like, oh, I did it. The whole thing, it's playable, start to finish. You can do it. You can play it. New chapter. New chapter. Let's go up a little bit and kind of really stretch these a bit more. There we go. How's that look? That looks great. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. So now that's a tiling texture. Hey, Casual. No. The spider has absolutely zero dialogue. Maybe there's an NPC spider at some point, but not for any time soon. Nope, this is going to be chapter 0. This is prologue. I'm still a ways away from finishing the prologue, but that's got to be done if I'm going to meet my promise of finishing or having a demo available to the public by the end of the summer. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're almost out of July, and there's not much summer after that. When is officially September 22nd, which sounds like we got loads of time, but no, we don't. We got so much testing and revamping and got to go back over places that I thought were done and add more things because I forgot that I've been putting things off. All right, what's his attack? Swing into player. Swing into player could be cool. Like you've got like a suspension point off screen, and then it like the suspension point moves forward, but the spider stays still, and we calculate an appropriate distance from the ground so that like it'll. That'd be cool. A fun idea. Pitch it. In which case, this is done, which is pretty awesome. Let's get this to 650. Looks good. I think we're ready. Oh yeah, we could do a little secondary animation with the hat. All right, so we're done with drawing pad. Boom, 30 minutes in. We're already making good progress. I should have splits. For making new enemies. When we start getting like really good at this. You'd think we'd be good at it by now, but... all right. This is like such a lazy enemy because it's not gonna walk. It's just gonna be hovering, but the swinging is going to add a lot of difficulty, so maybe it washes out. All right. What is this guy called? What is this little fellow gonna be called? He's a spider. He's got a hat. Otto. Earl. We want to base it. We want to go off of spider somehow. Let's see here. Arachnid, tarantula, recluse. Doesn't have to be puns exactly, but Webster. Never mind, it's Webster. He's Webster. Oh my gosh, he's Webster. Turpider. I was thinking if we were going to somehow include Turpider, but I think this is probably going to be the closest we get to a Turpider reference, is there is a spider, and that's literally it. Can Webster throw a book at you? Like, he's almost too cute to make into an enemy, and it almost feels like, well, a character this well designed should be a partner. Because he's got an accessory, you see. Webster Biter. Alright. Create new folder for spider. And this is going to include any spider recolors we have as well. Because typically a lot of times we're gonna recycle. Pig actor. Duplicate as spider actor. spider wearing a turkey hat. What is a turkey hat? What the heck is a turkey hat? That's not a thing. You're thinking of a hat trick. All right. Art, actors, spider. Drag it in. Great point out. All right. How is this guy gonna... How is this gonna work? How is this gonna work? Similar, perhaps, to the Balloon Pig. Balloon Pig's magic is that he just has a hitbox below him, so maybe that doesn't quite work. I think he's just gonna constantly be in the flying state, so that he doesn't have to be anywhere. Okay. We'll deal with that when we get to it. Let's go over to the animation canvas. So here's an example then. Okay, so it needs to be centered around here. Oops, not Node 3D. What am I thinking? Node 3D. Node or sprite? Just a sprite. Body, and give him the spider art. Region rectangle turned on. It's gonna be vaguely here-ish, right? 150, yeah. Looks good. Great. Hat shaped like a turkey. Great. Great. Meanwhile, these are... What's the deal with this? Why is this so big? 0.235. Scaling. That will do it. Much better. All right. The legs will be in a node 2D because they will bob separately. Nope, nope. And then we're going to do a sprite 2D here. Let me get this up a bit more so we have a bit more. Welcome in, Liari. Man, I love... I love Banjo-Tooie. I know it's a bad game, but I still like it. Oh, speaking of bad games that I still like for reasons, I ran into someone the other day who is doing a Godot remake of Space Station Silicon Valley. Yeah, let's just do legs all together. How about that? And I thought that was interesting because that was all... Oh, wait, no, I can't do them all together. I do have to do them separately. Legs. But yeah, Space Station Silicon Valley was it was not a good game. It was broken, and it was hard in places that it was, but I liked it. So there you go. Comes back later to say, no, it's like running into a single Goomba. It's like you faced dozens of this guy. He's not coming back. It's like maybe it, like, for laughs, you could play it up as like, oh yeah, he's coming back for revenge. Like, which I'm sorry, I fought like 30 of you, and you're all exactly the same. Look, you're currently bobbing in unison with 29 other guys right now. I can't be expected to keep this straight. Hat. It's like, that's the one case where you could do that as a silly gag. Love fighting 100 or something. I gotta do some optimization stuff. Add that to the to-do list. Oh yeah, I've got that. Okay, we're good. Yeah. I'm seeing some real bad FPS problems in some areas, and it's because I've got like a million different things in there that I shouldn't have. A bunch of them form a bigger enemy. Everyone's favorite. Let's see, we want eyes. So this is the one that can change from time to time. Uh, 125. I don't actually know. Is it 110? That seems wrong. Huh. Oh, see, that's going to clip that a little bit, so I definitely need to pull this over some. It's almost... Maybe if I just pull this down, it'd probably work fine. We're doing 100. Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay. That's probably good. Eyes. Mouth. Looking good, looking good. Golden Skulltulas. Did I already have a plan for like a mob enemy? I'm trying to remember if that's come up yet. And I don't think I currently have any planned. Like, it'll probably happen because it's a staple, but I don't currently have any planned out for that. Okay. Hurt. Idle. Jump is probably not going to be necessary. Sleep. How are we going to do this web? Is it part of the actor itself? Yes, so. guess it is. That makes it, no, that makes him too tall. Right? It needs to be a separate sprite somehow. It's gonna suck a little bit, but we'll figure it out. We did it with Leon with the tongue, so I know the system will support it. It's just gonna be a little awkward. Okay, idle animation. First off, animation player needs to point to canvas. All right, hang on. Let me pull up this before I screw something else. There we go. Okay. Ba-da-ba. Idle animation. I mean, that's going to be body position. Oh, Gnomable. Welcome in. Raid. Welcome in, everyone coming over. Gnomable, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Everyone, welcome in. My name is Dobbs. I'm making a little adorable Paper Mario-like game featuring a robot as the main character. And we're making an enemy. Tonight's plan is to make an enemy start to finish. We are 45 minutes in. We have drawn the enemy. We pieced him out into little bite-sized bits. And now we're bringing it into Godot to animate. So if you are interested in the process, buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. Whoa. And then you put on your 3D glasses. Yeah. Thanks for the raid. Yeah, someone recommended a hat, and I rolled with it. It wasn't this specific hat, but this is what I decided to go with. He's a little spider. He's a little spidery thing. Except he's all a head and some little stubby legs, and because that's adorable. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna give him a little idle animation. So let's start. Here we go. Give him a little bob. Why isn't his hat? Oh, his hat isn't parented to the body. Well, all these definitely should be parented to the body. There we go. Who is D15 Pen Pals? All right, now get the legs a little bob, but offset a little bit. There we go. And we're gonna do the same with the hat. Yeah, and you know what? I think the hat could use like a little bit of rotation. Just a smidgen. That's more than a smidgen. It's like way more than a smidgen that I was hoping for. All right, there we go. We're getting somewhere with that. All right, and reset. Cool. Everything looks good there. Should he blink? Should he blink? It might set a precedent that we don't want to continue with, so maybe he does not blink normally. All right, there's our idle animation. He doesn't technically need a jump animation. The system doesn't need to use that anywhere. Walk animation, I could see it trying to do that, so I'm gonna take the idle animation and just duplicate that for his walk animation. Tired. Tired is for when he is... Technically, it's only gonna come up when he's poisoned, and there's not even a way to inflict poison yet. but we're gonna go ahead and do it. So we're gonna take his eyes and adjust his, nope, not region enabled. We're gonna adjust the eyes region rectangle. So we are going to, let's just let him bob around for a bit while we adjust this. There's tired, that looks good. Okay, but for tired, we're gonna slow this animation down quite a bit. Maybe not that much, maybe 2 seconds here. And let's give his body rotation just a little something here. There we go. Now he's a sleepy boy. All right, there's tired animation. Done. All right. Idle's good. Tired is good. All right. Well, if that's tired, we gotta do sleep next. Oh yeah, it already exists, so we gotta delete that. Just a bunch of placeholders in here. Duplicate. Let's do a sleep animation. So it's gonna be similar, but our region rect, we're gonna go even further beyond. Beautiful. And let's also do the mouth. Let's give him a... Let's get a region rectangle for the mouth here, because we've got a separate one of those. If I add 100 to this Y value, we got a little sleepy one. You know what? Actually, second thought, not necessarily. Not necessary at all. This one we are going to slow down pretty significantly. Yeah, I think that's good. We're going a little bit budget here on the amount of effort we're putting in. Hurt. Okay. Let's take idle and duplicate that just so we've got the keys already set up. Missing the eyes, region rect. This mouth is wrong. We need those legs to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Individually. So we're gonna get legs 1 and legs 2 wiggling around in their own zany way. Also, I think we want to make this animation pretty short and snappy. So we're gonna bring it down to 0.4. Have a good sleep. Thank you again for the raid, and I will see you around. Let's wiggle some legs here. Let's really wiggle them. Come on, wiggle them. That's probably fine. All right, here we go. All right, next up, we take the sprite and we copy it into sub-viewport, because that's what actually flattens it out into an image that we can pull into a single texture. Instead of rendering all these as sprite 3Ds, we render them as sprite 2Ds, flatten it out in a sub-viewport, and then apply that to a single texture, like that. The web. Probably gonna be show me Leon. How does Leon work? He also has just a tongue, and then I'm gonna guess, is it an animation player? Okay, that does that, but then how does the tongue... Oh, it's got its own separate animation player. With its own hitbox. Interesting. Okay. Noted. Okay. Let's keep that in mind then. Uh-oh. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. I got a little bit worried that we'd somehow overwritten the pig. Uh-oh. Did we overwrite the pig? Did we overwrite the pig? Check. No. Pig should be fine. Why is the pig not fine? Crap. Uh-oh. It's fine. Everyone remain calm. Pigs will be alright. Pigs will be alright. Godot just crashed. Remain calm. Why did Godot just crash? Nap. Look, I feel like people aren't remaining calm enough here. It's loading. It's loading on the wrong monitor. So this is an important fight because this is the one that I'm going to explicitly tell you, hey, some attacks do not work against enemies if they are too high up. Please take note. Okay, so this looks great. No, it doesn't. Because it's pointing to the animation canvas for some dumb reason. Okay, that's whatever. So what about the pig? Is the pig still busted? Pig is fine again. Pig is fine again. So it's just the spider, and we can fix him. We're gonna open him up with Notepad++. This is fine. This is not a bad idea. Okay, replace with this, I think. We can always try again. Hey, there we go. Now we got him in 3D animated. Dupu, happy birthday, by the way. Web. The web. I don't think that's right, Willow. I think he turned 29? Okay, we need to scale this down, though. That looks about right. And I need to make sure it's offset properly. I think that works. Yeah, so it's always behind. Oh dear. Okay, I think that will work. Now, here's the thing. If I increase the height of this, like double it. Yeah, it does go up vertically. However, that also means it runs into issues. So we just got to keep doing that. Okay, so we're just going to pick a rotation point, I guess. That's going to be a little bit awkward. Huh. How does this work? So we were discussing how we're gonna make this guy attack, wherein the web point will go way up, and then I guess we would linearly interpolate his rotation. That's fine, but like he himself would have to be offset. Like, his origin position would have to be so high up. Like, these items it'd be like this. Another raid! X-Wave, welcome in! Apologies if you're getting hit by the ads immediately. We are a minute 40 left on the ad break. Oh yeah, I got an ad. Oh, and thank you for the follow. For anyone, I don't know, Turbo. For anyone whose ads are already over, oh, that's bizarre. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Dobbs. I make video games sometimes, and I'm working on a Paper Mario-like game that's been fun and is cool and excellent, and we'll hopefully have a demo in about a month and a half. Like a for real demo, not the little testers only demo that I've been having. So this is my game. My game. Look at it. I'll run around a little bit. I'll wait the 30 seconds until the ad break is over to be sure before I really start engaging in conversation. Yeah, here we go. For anyone who can still see the video in the sidebar, this is the game. Three, two, one. Ads are officially over. Hello! Hex, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? I assume based on the category that you chose to raid into and your name, that you may also create video games, perhaps? Maybe. You're back. That door's broken for the demo. We gotta add that to the to-do list. 01A left. Door recycles. Terrible. Hooray! I love video games. I've been working on this Paper Mario game for like, I don't know, more than a year now, with at least 3 years to go, if not more. So yeah, there's that. Doing all the things. Game dev really is just doing a million different little things, isn't it? I'm a solo dev. This is an entirely solo project, so the code gets to be as awful as I feel ready to deal with. We're still getting a little bit of clipping there. Change the sorting on this a little bit more. No, I mean, it'd be fine if it draws behind something. Yeah, I built the battle engine, the overworld stuff, the dialogue. Oh, thank you for the oranges. Yeah, it's been a amazing experience. I've never taken on a project this major. We got frogs, we got robots. It's yeah. Godot is so good. I've really been enjoying it. It's been an experience, you know? But I mean, admittedly, every engine has some warts here and there, but for the most part, Godot's been very approachable. So yeah. What kind of stuff? What kind of games do you like? What kind of stuff do you build? I assume you're working in the usual Godot stack. I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm not doing much other than Blender and Godot here. 3D file formats it's the joke. 3D file formats have been a little bit of a sticking point, which is why I am really getting attached to CSGs, at least for building level geometry. Performance-wise, once the mesh is calculated, as long as you don't move it, you're done. I love it. But you know, more complex shapes, you kind of have to do Blender for that. All right. Is this how we're gonna do this guy? Is this the way we're gonna do it? I guess so. It feels a little silly, but it allows us to do this. Which I guess works. What's up? Oh. Posey, what are you doing? Okay, I think this is a general idea of how this guy's gonna work. This works. Let's add him to the enemy directory. Let's see if we can get this guy to show up in a fight or something. Oh, how is this gonna work? No, this is fine because we'll do this. And it's all super fine. I think. This is going to be really bizarre. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. Doing game jams. I haven't done a game jam for like 10 years. Oh yeah, absolutely. Gotta take a break right after a long stream. Totally understand. Yeah, thank you again for the raid if I don't get a chance to talk with you more later. This will work. This will almost certainly work. All right, let's add him into the game. Here we go. He is called Yeah. This is gonna be Webster. All right, let's just copy paste this for now. Webster. He uses the actor file spider. Yes, I can. One moment. He will have 2 HP. he needs to have the is flying flag on. Not sure how we're gonna let the scan dialogue go on this guy. So for now, it's just he is what he is, and no item pool. There you go. He's in the directory. We also need to put him in the encounter manager. I think, is that the one? No, it's something different. We need to put him in the encounter zone setup here. Webster. You'll fight him in either a pair, a trio, or occasionally we'll fight a combination of enemies. Maybe occasionally a triple. There we go. All right. Now I think we're ready to add him into the field so that we can test the encounter zone. I need to grab something from downstairs. I will be right back in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Have some clips, some of the very best clips from our best clipsmiths. Out of 27, and there's no way I'm getting all of those, of course. I think that last I checked, only about 40 people have managed to. Okay. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Only.
I don't know how that creeper followed me. Because there should have been no floor for it.
No, sorry.
Oops.
I may have explained the trapdoors poorly. They always see trapdoors as solid. And will therefore try...
They'll walk right in and fall.
You want to try that again?
Little do they know you're using heat-seeking missiles.
Oh gosh, that crit. Alright. We're so back. So very, very, very back. Thank you for waiting. Alright. We're at about the halfway point of the stream. So far, we've got the enemy drawn, animated in Godot, and we have the basic actor structure. The attack is going to be the hardest part, I think, because I don't have a great game plan for it yet. I know what I want the attack to be, but we'll see. The room that this guy is going to show up in for the first time, it's going to be here-ish. This is going to be the forced encounter with him. Because I want to make sure that you get that tutorial that says, hey, enemies that are up high, you have to use certain attacks for them because you can't reach them with the other attacks. Makes sense. Simple. But for now, let's get a non-cinematic one. Let's add to our to-do list Spider Forced Fight. So that's just going to kind of give you a little tutorialization. So let's have a spider show up. What am I seeing here? Why does it look like that? I guess that's okay that it does. I'm okay with that. But it's weird. Okay. It just kind of threw me off a little bit. Here. Good job. Good job, Posey. Good girl. Good girl. What? You're welcome. Good job. Good girl. Casual, thank you for those lizards. Thank you so much for these lizards. Gosh, I love these lizards. All right. We're gonna call this Spider, and that should put us in a fight with 2 to 3 spiders. We're gonna find out. Let's fast forward. Okay, so that's a little bit weird, the way it pops in, but I get it. All right, he's idling. All right, so if I touch him, good. I do get the encounter zone. What are you all... No, you know what? Never mind. I get it. I get it. You are in a weird spot there. Let's see if we can fix that. Why are you where you are? How do we decide where to place these? Don't worry about all of these guys being here. That's just a thing that's happening, and we just have to live with. All right. When we initialize units, we have to choose a position for them. So where does it get added? Unit.actor. Where does that get... Okay, here's where it instantiates. But where do we position them? Where do we position the actor? Where do we position them? Oh wait, there's a final function that sets unit positions. Here we go. Set unit position is what? Oh, there's no turtle. Set unit position is going to be. Let's pull this over here. Set unit position. We get the bottom of the actor. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking we did here. That gets the top, and then adds bottom offset. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that means that to fix it, all we would really need to do, and I don't love it, but it works, is make unique and just stretch this collision shape down further. But that means this area is touchable. Now, the reason that we're getting the... Hang on, let's go into the... Not Battle Manager. The game... Manager. Let's set these default flags here. Our debug settings for debug mode. I've moved those into a side function. No, I still don't have my partner. I kind of want my partner. For that, I need current partner index. Okay. There we go. I moved that into a separate function to populate the modified values, so that if I forget, like during a build for the testers, if I somehow forget to swap that back, it'll still work just fine. All right, let's see where he is now. Well, he's still kind of down low. Oh yes, we're doing a book club now. This is a thing that's happening. Why is that still there? Why are you the way you are? Like, we get the top position, and then bottom offset is based on the height of the collider shape. Okay, so where's the top then? It's the position of this guy plus his top offset, which is based on the collision shape and the collision position, right? Do we use the collision position anywhere? Yeah, we use the position of... Oh, are we... That's awkward. Yes, well, fine. Spider hitbox extends down. Well below him. Can I... Editable children you to view your collision shape. What the heck is it doing down here, though? What? Alright, well that just raises a lot more questions, if anything. Jeez, Al. Why is it down there? It is still down. It's like it's... That's weird. That's weird, right? Because it should be lined up there. There's no top-level transform shenanigans, but it is at -7. These are all at -7. And that's supposed to be normal and understandable. Yeah, about -7. Oh, but this is not. Why is this one not at -7 then? Sprites. Yeah, it says here -7. This one is supposed to have a transform. But... Oh, he's gone. Okay, let's try this. Let's close this and reopen it. See if it's just some shenanigans. Well, nope, we still got the hitbox down here for some reason. Alright, that's really weird. Let me just move another spider actor into the scene. Yeah, look at that. Hitbox way down here. Enemies has no transform. Room, no transform. Is Yoshi's Story a good game? It's okay. It's all right. It's weird. It's out there. I'm fine with it. It's not bad enough to be a bad game. Like, it certainly has some questionable decisions, like you beat the game after 6 levels, and beating all levels is worth nothing. The game does not acknowledge that, it seems. Yeah, it's just kind of a little bit out there in a fun way. And that was all it had to say. Okay, so when I put this in here, it's at transform 0, 7, because that is where this is placed, 0, 7. And then the collision is down by almost 7. Normal, understandable. Yep, that's good. And then the sprites, this is where it's weird. Sprites are supposed to be down by 6.5, but it's like it's getting overridden by the standard, maybe? Base actor sprites? Base actor sprites is like that. What if I did this? So it's 0, negative 6.5. Yeah, it's pulling from the wrong base or something. There's something about the inheritance. Took some swings, but it wasn't that good. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that is unfortunately how it goes. Huh. I don't see this at all. Wait. I see some of it. Where is he? Where is he? He's just gone. He's just failing to load. Okay, see, that's the right offset starting point, but why is the sprite is not supposed to be there? Not like that. Huh. Okay. How do we do this? How are we gonna do this? The reason I want to do this offset, now there's a good bad game. That's decidedly bad. So the whole reason I wanted to do this big offset was so I could do this pendulum swing attack. That's what I want, is this attack here. But it's not. That's a game starring Kirby. Boy, it really is, isn't it? Like, this would be an interesting attack, but it requires that we offset this over here by putting it way up there, and that it doesn't want to do that exactly. How can we force it to do that. Like, if we didn't have the big offset, and we just did this, what happened to Bomberman? He had some little off, just weird little games here and there. It's fine. Nothing crazy out there. It's got a little battle mode games. They don't make, to my knowledge, they don't make Bomberman like adventure games anymore. They just make little arcade, blow up all your friends games, which is fine, I guess. It's all right. All right, let's just load straight into the battle. It's like that's, I guess, what Bomberman does best, unfortunately. Yeah, this is wrong. He's so low. He's low. He's not supposed to be down there. Also, his web offset. There we go. Fixed that. So what if we had... They're always releasing collections. Yeah. Nobody... I guess... Man, Bomberman... The adventure games, like 64 and Second Attack, and I guess even Bomberman Hero, it's like they weren't even notable enough to receive those kinds of like quick flip re-releases that everybody else is getting these days. Glover's been re-released. They got Glover, but not Bomberman 64. I guess what it is there are still Bomberman games happening. Like, there was a Bomberman game on the Switch. So I imagine it's the IP is still, like, in use, so there's no point in sullying the good name of Bomberman by reminding everyone of the early, like, the 64 games. Which were... They were good bad. They were the good kind of bad. Let's see here. Let's try checking. Okay, it's the actor base. Let's get top. Try this. We're going to spend all our time troubleshooting positioning the spider before we even get the... We can't get the attack animations in until we get this figured out. All right. Yeah, spider's showing as 0-0. But he's up so high. Oh, this is down. We want this part to be up. Okay, that's probably what's going on there at least. I think that will fix that. Do I even want to bother trying to get the rotation point modified? Because a nice smooth would be really cool, but I just don't think we're gonna get that. How could I get that to work? Like, is there a way? 6, 7, let's say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Will that work? Does this still screw everything up? Okay, this is doable. This is doable right now. Can't hit him. He's too high up. Oh, he's very sad about it. I guess the collision shape needs to be even higher. Is that what was going on there? That was a little bit awkward. Look at this. That's not. I don't love this. I don't love this. But oh man, it's gonna suck to change it all. Hate that. Hate that. Does that happen with Balloon Pig too? Let me find out. Ba ba ba. Ba da ba. Because if it does, no, weirdly enough, it doesn't. Well, what's up with the pig balloon? His deal is what? He just... What is his deal? Is it something like that? Is that what's making him work differently? Yeah, he's still at the same height. No, he's fine. Okay, how does that work then? Battle menus. Targeting. Menu. Is this one right here. Unproject to actor's position +1 times vector up. There's no way. Is that literally it? Just 1 unit up from the actor's position? No, come on. Do, like, get top, right? Would that work? We're gonna find out. Huh. Does something. Definitely. Why does it feel so pulled back now? Hang on. We can very easily just try these differently. Okay, so that's pointing like right above the pig's ear. Now it's pointing way, way over. Oh, I know why. I know why. Okay, that at least makes sense to me. I don't love it, but it makes sense. For some reason, I decided that get top also gives you the horizontal distance, which we don't want. So we just want the Y value of get top. So we want the position plus the top offset on the targeting menu. Actor dot position, actor dot global position, plus actor dot top offset dot y times vector 3 dot up. Mouthful, but hey, that's better. Okay, so now we got this, which is significantly better. It does make me notice that the pig balloon, his hitbox is very tall. It's fine. I'm okay with it. All right. Intended behavior. All right. So with that done, let's get a move going for this guy. Let's give him a move. Battle manager. We're gonna make just Webster so we can see his move 3 times. So we need to make a new move. Oh, one quick thing for the to-do list. UI shouldn't show partner HP when you have no partner. Or when partner is out of combat. All right, battle moves. We're gonna call this one enemy web swing. You target one enemy. Any specific enemy? Only the front enemy, I say. Yeah, that makes more sense, I think. First grounded enemy. Here we go. All right, as for the action, what are we going to use? Guess this is going to be a little bit of a mess. Love it. All right, let's use this for a starting point. Maybe we'll add some sound effects to this as well. No special controller vibration for this. No animation change. We're gonna do something weird. We need to calculate a lot of stuff and then do it. So let's see here. Impact position is going to be target dot global position plus maybe we do target direction here. How does this work? Source target. Yeah. Take the target's position. Source, target, distance 0.5. Plus vector 3 dot up times, let's say 1. So this is going to be where you land. And also this is going to be minus. Impact position is there. Axis center. This is going to be impact position plus what's the length of our web here? So we're going to aim for hitting right here. Let's real quick just add a little mesh. There it is. Okay, so is that the 0, 0 here? Wait, what happened to this guy? Wasn't? Oh, okay, yeah, that's our 0, 0 up there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a little too much. Let's go 1, 2. All right, we'll go for like 5.8 meters up is our fulcrum point. That's a huge maybe. I don't know if that's going to work exactly. Okay. So we want to move the position of our actor. Maybe we'll do it with a lerp. We're going to move the position of our actor to the axis center. And at the same time, we're going to rotate our actor so that they get positioned at vaguely the same location they already are. Let's draw this out. So the idea is we've got our target here. And our target location is right here. This is where we want our spider to hit. That's where we want our spider to hit. So they're gonna be on this axis right here. Their initial position, though, is over here. So they start over here, and we want them to hit over here. And we're not just gonna pull them across. That would be not very interesting. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're going to lerp the spider to, well, that's a bad, right about there. We're gonna lerp the spider like this so that the spider's axis position is directly above their target. And at the same time, we're gonna lerp the rotation of the entire actor by some calculated angle, theta. And then once they get into that position, then we will release them and start the animation of the swing, which is just pulling the rotation of the whole sprite back towards 0. All right. So we got to figure out how high up, or what's the angle? Lerps and lerps. All we got to figure out is the angle, really, because we know this position already, and we will move the actor there. The actor's actual position is the axis position, and that's what makes the swing so easy. But we need to figure out how can we get them to stay this far over. What angle would we need for that? And for that, we have, hey, look, a triangle. A right triangle where we know this distance, we know the hypotenuse, and we know our opposite side here. So boom, a little bit of math and we're good to go. So let's just go ahead and get that figured out. So we know that sine of our angle is going to be equal to that opposite angle over our hypotenuse. So all we want to do is throw a arc sine over this right here, and we're done. That gives us theta. So yeah, let's do that then. Var starting horizontal distance is target dot global position minus source dot global position. Absolute value that. Actually, maybe don't absolute value that so that we can include the possibility of negative angles in case for some reason the spider's on the left. It could happen, I assume. Let's see here. Starting angle is going to be a sine, I believe. Oh, a sine h. Oh wait, what do you give this? Turns the arc sine of x in radians. X will be clamped to -1 and 1 to prevent from returning not a number. Okay, great. So I have to provide opposite over hypotenuse, which is this over 5.8. Let's include that as a variable, web length, so we don't have this magic number floating around. Okay, I think that's our correct starting angle. Oh, nope, forgot. That needs to be a divided by. Okay, lerps. Don't I have a battle action for a lerp? I could have sworn we did. Start. Was it a maybe that's actually a cinematic step that I'm thinking of. Set follow speed, change animation, walk, jump, hop. No. Tween. Look for tween, not lerp. Battle moves, look for tween. There we go, fire tween. And that's gonna kick it off, but not wait for the result. So that's what we want, is we're going to fire a tween that moves the source position to our, let's say, target axis center. And also let's have original axis center as source.global position. All right, so move position to target axis center over the course of, I don't know, half a second. Meanwhile, we're going to move our rotation. I'm going to get this off. This is going to be off by 90 degrees or something weird. Starting angle. I just want to see what this looks like so far. So in our enemy directory, let's give him that move. And let's see what happens when he attacks. He's probably going to flip 90 degrees off of where he should be. Oh, immediate break because target does not have a global position because target is not an actor. We had to do target.actor. Target.actor. Get rid of these, and then source dot actor. Okay. We're not going to finish this tonight. Man, I still can't get through an entire enemy in one night because I'm always wanting to do something fancy. All right. Horizontal distance is supposed to be .x. Yeah, you got me there. Well, it's true it is not a race. I'm racing against my own goal. Basically, I don't want to be doing this one game for the rest of my life because I've got a lot of games I want to make. Okay, this code right here, or this error right here, I've seen this one before. What is this object? It is a character body. And as such, it does have a rotation. Rotation. Sprite. Huh. When did the... Cannot call method set trans on a null value. And that was coming back because, like, the sprite property didn't exist or something. Oh yeah, that doesn't make sense. That would not be a valid value for that. Because it's not rotation I'm wanting to set. It's rotation sub Z. A lot of screwing around with trigonometry. We're trying to get this little spider to do like a wrecking ball style maneuver, which means changing his anchor point. Which that was a whole mess, and I kind of just bumped into my own bad code. Whoa! 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 All right, so like I said, it's gonna do something stupid. I think we're off by a factor of 90 degrees or something. Because the angle I would have received here is this angle. But Godot would interpret that as, yeah, like we're up there somewhere in the sky. So I think we want to subtract... what do we want to do here? We have this angle. And I think it's also mirrored. So technically we're looking at this. So we want to take that angle, add 90 degrees to it, and then invert it. Minus, and then subtract pi over 2. Try that. I think that's what we're looking at. We're gonna see. So a reminder of what we're going for. We want these spiders to just go directly up vertically, such that when they begin swinging, they would hit the character dead on. Don't think that's it. Nope, that's not it. Oh, and this guy's gonna... He's probably not even gonna have enough... Well, maybe. 5.8 feels like not enough, honestly. Huh. Can I pull the camera out a little bit, maybe? Any chance we can get the camera out here a little bit? Remote view is going to be taking its sweet time. All right, you know what? Better idea. Stop trying to do remote view. Oh, jeez, I broke my activity feed. There we go, we're back. All right, here's the plan. Print starting angle, and don't do any of this stuff. Right? Well, except for wait. Just wait for 250 seconds. Just print the angle that you're trying to hit here. No, don't do any of this. Just give me the angle that you compute. And then we're going to roll with that for a little bit. It's going to make sense. Okay, what do we get? Negative 0.58. All right. Let's throw that. Theta equals that. So we got to take theta, divide it by math.pi times 2 to figure out how much of a circle it is, and then multiply that by 360 degrees to get the degrees, and we get that looks about right. About negative 33 degrees, and then the next one negative 39 degrees. Okay, so 33 degrees is this angle here, and then 39 would be a little bit more, and the next one would be a little bit more. That's perfect. So currently, so this angle would be the same as this angle. Is that useful in any way? Considering we are currently at 0 degrees, right? Our rotation is at 0 degrees, and I can confirm that by remote view if it's going to work for me this time. It's very sluggish, remote view. I don't know why. I'll give it a minute while I noodle this a bit. 33 degrees angle, so we're anchoring somewhere around here. So we would want to, just turn it 33 degrees. Let's do that. Let's do that without... All right, come on. Stop. Maybe this will be easier. All right. Let's do just the rotation, because maybe the problem is the other one. The axis center. So maybe this is actually fine. So let's have it just rotate by 33 degrees and see which way it goes, and see if it goes the right way or the wrong way. Rotation.z. I think it's rotation.z. I did love seeing those spiders just zip into wherever they were going. Okay, that's reverse. That is backwards. So we do want to make that negative. And then maybe the position is fine. Let's find out. We might get this attack done in time. I still wouldn't count that as a complete enemy. No, okay, position is wrong. what's up with position here? Target axis center is where we want to move the position. Oh, wait a second. Okay, hang on. Print original axis center and target axis center. Yeah, there's something a little bit silly going on here. Zip. Zip. Okay. That looks fine, though. Well, except for... I don't need the web length up, do I? I just need the impact position, I think. Because that's already... No, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Saying that our current position is already at the ground. That's a little surprising. Well, I guess we'll see. Also, did I include a way to change the easing method of Fire Tween? Because I would love for this to be an ease out. Or ease in. I don't remember which one. Huh. Who are you guys attacking? First of all. Okay, but that's wrong. Okay, I guess this needs to be 0.5 then. Yeah, I wanted your that thing. Your that's not your thing. What? Huh. All right, let's do something very silly here. Let's do something very silly. Rotation dot z plus equals delta. Huh. Well, they're gone. Huh. So, all right, pop you up a little bit higher. Huh. What is your center point then? Because now it's looking like your center point is underneath you. Spider actor. See, like this is what I would expect to be the operating functionality here. Is this being the center point? Whee. But it's not. It's doing it down here. Why, though? That's really, that's how actor works. Is it rotates like this? And you're set as flying, so you don't need to do gravity. All right. It's kind of like when you rotate something, there's some point in the middle that doesn't move for anything you rotate. So like if you had a big rectangle here and you rotated it around the middle here, then as you spin it, that's like the middle of a propeller, and that middle part doesn't move. But if it was like over here was the center point, then you spin it and it's like one of those little party spinners, and this is the part that doesn't move. But the center point can also be something that's like not even in this segment here. Like it could be down here and then it does like this motion when it rotates. So it's not an object, it's just a position relative to the actor. That's really bizarre. Okay, so let's do this. Mesh instance. No, not mesh instance. Let's go easier on ourselves here. CSG box. Material. See-through. The idea being that it is 3, 4, 5. That should be perfect. That's the center point. All right. Well, yeah, that's we're gonna need to reload, but like this is gonna be a straightforward attack. It just rotates. It just bonks. But no, it's all the way down here. Something is moving it that I don't remember. There's something in this that I don't remember how it's supposed to work. Vector 3 up. Target. Yeah, it's something. Well, I've never rotated one of these, so I've never run into this issue before. It should work in theory, and the fact that it's not means that something is operating different than I expect. I don't know if it's position. No, nothing about this. The fact that this is way up here is sprite's position. Hang on, maybe it's something with the sprite's position. No. That's just managing the material and the facing. That manages the sprite's rotation, but that's not... That's like the paper flipping rotation that it does. Unless you have sprite rotation override, which we don't. So not that. All right, this is going to be our rough approximation of the hitbox. Somewhere completely different. What the heckin' heck? Like, I could, based on what it is doing, I could get it to work the way I want it to without fixing the issue. Like, I could just offset all my code by an appropriate amount, but that's not good. That's not what we want. It's treating this position right here, right at the base, as 0, 0. Oh, no, I see it. I think I see it. I think I see it. Yeah, this will still work. 7 meters. Okay. Okay, this is still workable. 7 meters. Impact position. Target axis center. Plus vector 3 dot up times 7. Maybe. Is this what we need here? Let's get rid of this and this. I have to include the original offset. This isn't in a container node. So that 7 meter offset that we're doing has to be manually included. Nope. There it goes. Bye. Whee. Bye. All right, well. Huh. Target axis center, yes. Position. Can I get the camera? Can I get the battle camera here? Battle camera handler. Keep going, keep going. Okay. Okay. So right now, okay, that may just be a little bit of shenanigans related to collision shapes of there being multiples. Okay, so let's just not have 3 of them here next time that we try this experiment. Ah, man. His original axis center is set to source actor global position. I don't think we're even reading from... Let me double check. I do have a lot of placeholder variables that we're not using. Yeah, that one's not getting used anywhere. So we can I'm going to use that one later in the code. Okay. Well, this is so silly. All right, let's just pull it back. All right. Impact position is the target's global position. So our target right here, target's position, plus a little bit of code that just adjusts for whether the enemy is on the left or the right, because we do allow that, and then a little bit off the ground. And that's it. So that should be like right in your face, right in Dabble's face. All right, we can get rid of this. Right. And there he goes. All right, let's do our little trickery here. More height, more height, more height. Okay. So right now, the bottom of the spider, like what would normally be the floor of the spider, is right here. Which is where where I'm expecting the axis to be. I'm being dumb, aren't I? I'm being absolutely dumb. Spider actor. Yeah, if I set the spider actor's position... No, wait. If I set spider actor's position to 0, 0... Yeah, and that's to account for the fact that his default state is 7 meters up. Like, if I set him to 0, 0, 0, he should be buried deep in the ground if I set the actor's position there. If I set him to 0, 0, 7, he should be right here. In fact, let's try... All right, so knowing that he's right here right now, what would happen if I tell him... let's see, line 259. If I tell this guy... well, let's first print unit dot global position, just so we've got a copy of that. Right, that doesn't work. Whoops. Well, I've broken it now, haven't I? Yeah. Oh well. Cool. Hell, this hat looks funny. I'm about to have to end it for tonight. This is something to pick at. We'll figure it out. Something screwy's going on. And I think it's something that I may be overthinking a bit. But like, it should be that if I tell the actor to position itself at 0, 7, 0, it should look like it's completely normal. And hang on. No, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to do one more thing just to prove I'm not crazy here. Just to prove I'm not crazy. All right. Let's take this enemy and let's go into our battle manager. Just add a little bit of code here that says for each unit, unit.actor.position equals vector3.0. Okay, the actor's position is 0, but if we take a spider actor and set its position to 0, he's down there. This is the 0, 0 point of the spider. So there's something that I don't quite understand that's happening. That's super silly. And then if I rotate, it's rotating around this position. So it's like the whole thing, like all the sprites and the collision shape have all been shifted. And that shouldn't be possible. That shouldn't be possible. So I don't really know. Super silly. Well, yes, Mac. That is exactly what we've been trying to figure out. It's not doing that, and we don't know why. All right. Well, so something screwy is going on. We have a mystery at hand. Our math is sound, but we've identified. It's like the entire actor is being shifted 7 meters. Now, admittedly, we're doing some screwy stuff by intentionally having the origin be down there. So I don't know. What if I just set this to 0? Sort of, yes, but not one that we're transforming. And I would love to pull it up in the remote scene view stuff, but it's really sluggish tonight, and I don't know why. All right, I gotta call it. Let's go do a raid. It's gonna have to be a raid and run. Oh, you ended stream. Ah, of course you did. Okay, let's see here. Let's go hang out with D, who's doing... Remember how we were talking about good, bad games? Well, I've got a great one for you. It's Frogger, 1997. D is playing through it, or trying to. I did a couple of Frogger streams a while back. All right, Posey. I know you need to go. You need to go out, don't you? You need to go out. Posey needs to go out. We'll be back Friday. Hopefully to solve this. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for all the raids. Thank you for the follows. I do this on Monday, Wednesday, Friday for like 2 to 2.5 hours. No, Willow, stop trying to be a bad influence on me. And then Sunday, I'll usually do something special with Hovercat. So stay tuned for that. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. Demo when it works.